So essentially, it's been a while since the reports of the mass shootings in Orlando, etc., etc. There's been, a slew of all sorts of, blame being shot back and forth. The latest I've been seeing is basically of some sort of really out there, sort of out of context kind of accusations about, of the Bill O'Reilly type, which is kind of like all mass shooters are atheists. They're referencing odd shootings about, and sort of instilling this atheist cause in it. There might be correlations between those things, but nothing solid. I think what I have noticed, without placing blame, so to speak, is a lot of liberal backlash, or what is referred to as the regressive left, in terms of looking at these situations and completely omitting the religious influence, or the influence of especially in this case of Islamic jihad or radical Islam, or whatever word. I mean, there's even a stifling of words. The most famous person who has been doing it is Barack Obama. There's been a real stifling out of the blatant radical Islamist agenda. It's being covered. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so don't take that word wrong. I'm just saying there's a real effort to expunge the idea that there's been religious influence in these types of attacks that have been occurring more and more so since 9/11. And I'm sure there has been attacks before, but I mean, even mass shootings before the killers, you'd be picking at grains of sand to say that mass shootings are atheists. Most mass shootings are, if they do have correlations to religious leading, it's actually on the religious side, not so much on an atheist side. That's what's been happening, and I think through these incidents that have happened, the Orlando shooting to be specific, I think I've come to a new understanding of what the regressive left actually does in practicality. It actually does, and I don't know how volitioned this is, but they actually do try their best to drown the idea that a fundamentalist interpretation of Islam is at play, and not just in one incident, but in many incidents that have been kind of occurring along the same kind of pathology. And then if it's not that, they try to exaggerate the situation in terms of saying, well, not all Muslims are terrorists. But I mean, those are the types of obvious things that you don't have to repeat, but you can't you can't ignore that there's a thread that runs through these incidents. It tends to be religious in nature. But anyway, that's my video for now. I think I'm gonna go watch the news. Bye.